Hey Gemini, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and as always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Gemini, and the message could be for you, so feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. I have to take that one and that one. Keep in mind that these are general and timeless readings. If you guys are wanting to book a one-on-one, my website information is down below in the description box. Go ahead and subscribe your email there. That way you'll always get an email notification every time my availability does open up. And as always, thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the ways that you've supported the channel. And let's dive in. What are you? Hierophant. Okay. All right. Cancer just had that card. And are you gonna get 1,000,000 like Cancer? Okay, interesting. All right, Gem. So, interesting little situation here. So I keep getting this so much in general in the readings. Like whenever, pretty much in this energy that we're in right now, with the Hierophant popping out, it's kind of saying that you could be in a situation dealing with some type of structure. See the pillars? It's some type of structure that, let me read off all of these, right? So there's approval, tradition, conformity, ethics and morality, advice, and then on the shadow side we have rebellious, unconventional thinking, being misinformed. So I feel as though you could be dealing with that type of situation. It's like you could be dealing with some type of structure, either business, job, or family, or whatever your relationship status is right now. It's like you feel like it's off. And so sometimes like it's a chemical thing. When you feel as though in some way you are being misinformed, even though there might be a tinge of accuracy to it, you also could be dealing with people that have unresolved things. So you know how like people try to give advice even though they might be right, but they don't live the life themselves. So it's hard to take advice from, like, for example, I know this is going to sound really, really horrible, but there was a guy that I used to know who was a very intelligent human. Like, seriously, if I were to label him in a very shadowy way, I would say he was a cerebral narcissist. And he was extremely highly intelligent and fed off of that quite a bit. But what he would do is he was probably about, and I am not talking crap on people, so chill out, let me finish the story. He was probably about 400 pounds, but he was very shallow and highly critical of people that were like maybe a little bit overweight, like maybe 50 pounds, because it was a shadow projection from him and his own dissatisfaction with himself, which is what humans do in general. So that's why, like, one time he was telling me how he was telling his girlfriend like how to lose weight, and he was like, you just go to the gym and you do this. And I was like, but you don't go to the gym, I was like, but you don't do any of this stuff. So it's like, even though he was right about what he said, it was hard for people to listen to him because he wasn't doing it himself. He wasn't showing results. And that can sometimes be the case. I feel like it's in some way about healing aspects, that you could be trying to find a way to heal yourself and come out of a situation that is somehow tied to the structures in your life, like the traditional values and everything that's been going on for you. Okay, so like the natural way is to just rebel against this, even though the Hierophant is like self-discipline will save your little arse. Okay, what, like, seriously. So there's this situation that I think is healing, but let me show you the other cards because this is an interesting combination. Okay, so we have over here on the side the cave. Okay, and it's actually cracking me up because let me do this. Okay, let me kind of scooch the cards around because this is going to be interesting. All right. So I feel like this specific situation with Thanatos and Death, see the spider web, I feel as though this feels like a bit of a sticky situation, that it keeps like pulling you back in. You can't completely leave it, and it's because you have like a healing aspect to do, okay? So here's what's gonna pop in, and this is what happens kind of in the quantum reality. It's super trippy. This situation always keeps you confused. It is like literally a riddle that you can't solve, but you can. It's just like you can't go about it from some of the directions that you've been going in, because sometimes this can be a lot of confusion. And we also have, this is interesting because we have the cave over here with the healer. That's why I was kind of switching them around just a little bit, because I'm gonna put the high priestess there. There could be a Pisces in the mix here. We have well-controlled emotions, compassion, knowledge, and insight. It feels to me as though someone is kind of bouncing in that could be a healer, could be kind of watching the situation from behind in some way. This is either a legit person, like a very intuitive or psychic person that's like kind of bouncing into this situation in some way. All right, has deep insights, and that even could be you. It feels like there's an emotional connection being made here. Maiden of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Okay, there's an emotional connection that's being made it feels like brings some type of healing, you know, maybe even something that you felt like was missing for a long time is coming in through a connection, okay? And let me explain it scientifically. Like, when your parents go through trauma, this is how we create attachment disorders and attachment styles. And when it comes to relationships, like runner-chaser dynamics, is because if your parents were disconnected energetically inside of their bodies, like say they had too much stored up trauma in their cellular structure, then they aren't able to emotionally connect. Like, you literally have neurotransmitters and everything that connect with another human. And if they didn't resolve it within themselves, like whatever, self-love and everything, then you will not experience an emotional bond. Okay, it's literally like a cord that gets connected when you like cut an umbilical cord with an infant. There's still like an energetic cord that connects you to your parents, but say that it wasn't like connected properly, I guess in the most like alkalized way, if you want to say it in that way. So down at the quantum level, if that didn't happen, if that connection didn't get made, then it still continues out. And so sometimes like you can wander throughout looking for those type of connections. So we have the Seven of Swords, sneaky deception, kind of hiding. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. Right now, you're kind of in this planting seeds mode. Okay, wow. And now the Three of Pentacles, that I had to take it. It was just kind of flopping out. That's the base. There's like a base structure here, something that you have somewhat built for yourself for some type of stability. And then up at the top, okay. Yeah, there's the riddle energy. So we have the Six of Cups and the Moon. Oh, that past stuff. There's a lot of like, this is a lot of childhood stuff, but I feel like at this time right now, oh, this is good. Okay, so, okay, let me finish this out. So we have the Ace of Cups, okay? I feel like right now, there's a lot of different elements that are going on here. It's like, right now I feel like you're trying to build a firm foundation for yourself because there's a new love that just came in. The Seven of Pentacles is where you're currently at. You're like preparing, building, whatever it is. You're planting some seeds. You're preparing in some way because a new love has just come in. And so something about this, it's either that, like, for example, if some of you guys, this is like a new romantic interest, for instance, it's like you might have felt, there could have been some self-deception back here, maybe with your self-care, and now you're like, oh shoot, I've got to prepare. Like for some of you guys, this could be someone that popped in and you're like hurrying and working out. You know what I'm saying? It could be something kind of like small and trivial like that, but this Ace of Cups is going to be different for all of you. It's just like a new emotional experience that you're feeling, and now you're having to put a lot of self-care and self-love into yourself to grow this thing, okay? It's a lot of tangible financial stuff that's coming in too. There's the Five of Wands. Okay. Interestingly, what came at the bottom, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Empress card. Okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with a mother, but there's definitely something here about feeling left out in the cold. Someone like a mother or something. As you go throughout this process with this new love or your self-love, whatever it is that you're doing, I feel like someone that has been attached to you quite a bit, it's connected with this Death card, like all this stuff I was explaining at the beginning. Someone's going to start feeling you detach in certain ways. And so just prepare yourself, because sometimes people will, they'll start to project that stuff and start to kind of, and sometimes it can be little tiny things, because this Five of Wands, it's almost like if someone is that you're dealing with right now, for instance, is if you feel like there's competition, this is conflict, okay? This is arguments, conflict, competition, jealousy, really weird energy stuff. It's because this person is expressing this in this way, okay? This like feeling left out in the cold and all this stuff. And that even could be you, Gem. It's like, it's just getting expressed that way. This is like a vulnerability right there. So we have the Six of Wands. That's good. That's a victory. So it's like, I feel like over this next week, especially, the way that you're going to come into a victory is by taking care of yourself. You will, because you are the nucleus of your whole environment, and everything reflects how you're taking care of yourself. So if you're not taking care of yourself, you will have people come in and project that or show that in some way, okay? People show you a lot, and that Three of Swords just wants to keep jumping out. There's some type of, that could be, it's either heartbreak or health issues. Oh, but there's that Page of Cups. There is an emotional, like a healer energy that's coming in for you that I really like to all of this. You could be getting more psychic, like especially over this week. You could be getting more intuitive downloads, and someone here is I think very generous, either with their time or advice or something of that nature. It looks like someone is coming in that way. Because inside, I don't think that you would totally admit this for some of you guys, but I think that this situation over here hurts. Like Three of Swords is painful, all right? But it looks like as you really start researching and diving into what you need to do to take care of yourself at this time, like putting your needs above everyone in this moment, things are going to transform pretty quickly, okay? I'm being serious. This happens a lot. It's really trippy to watch, because it's all kind of like, in self-care, it's an alchemical process. It's where you connect the dots back at the quantum level, like you reconnect the energy in the proper way with alkalinity, with all that good stuff that I pound into you guys constantly. Those won't, actually, that wants to pop out. What are you? Oh, nice. Door opening over this week. We have an 1111. Numbers and doubles, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Yeah, this was probably going to be a very magical, synchronistic week. So, Gem, I will dive into the extended. If you guys want to if you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you over there. But Gemini, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.